Hello and welcome to Sobricks. I'm Adam and this is Sobricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking another look at the Lego Creator 3-in-1 Fairground Carousel set. This is set number 31095. It has 595 pieces, and I paid $35 for this set. Now, I've already done a video about the main build of this set here, this Fairground Carousel, but because this is a Lego Creator 3-in-1, there are two other models here. So, in this video, I'm going to be taking apart this main model, and I'm going to be putting together the first alternate model here, and then I'm going to be sharing my thoughts on it. And then in a subsequent video, I'll be taking that one apart and building the final model and sharing my thoughts on that. It's been a while since I've done a Lego Creator 3-in-1, so I kind of forgot what my usual script or format kind of deal is for those. But either way, in this video, I'm going to take this apart, put together the second model, and share my thoughts on it. So while I build, or while I disassemble this rather, I will speed the video up. And then while I build the alternate model, I will speed the video up. And then I'll slow it back down to review the alternate build. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the disassembly of the main build for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Fairground Carousel, and then look at the build process for the first alternate build for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 set, I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you for watching. I really appreciate everybody who's been with me along this journey and new people that find my channel. It's just very fun for me and very rewarding. So I appreciate everybody watching. And then just wanted to remind you that if you haven't already, maybe consider liking the video if you like it, and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I would love to get there. Since recording this, I've passed 500, which is huge, and hopefully it can keep growing. So every time someone subscribes, it really helps me a lot, helps my channel reach new audiences, helps my channel grow. So I appreciate it. So thank you very much, and maybe consider doing that. And with all that said, now we can go back to the rest of the video of the disassembly for the main build for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Fairground Carousel set, and then onto the build for the first alternate build, which is kind of a drop tower or drop ride with some side builds, and then onto my review for the alternate build for this set. Okay, so there we have the first alternate build for this Lego Creator 3-in-1 Fairground Carousel set. So this is pretty interesting, actually. There's some stuff that I really like about this, and there's some stuff that's just okay. And so we'll get into it. One of the things to note is I didn't really like rearrange the minifigures. Sometimes in a Creator 3-in-1, they'll have you, swap around the torsos with different legs or different accessories or anything like that. I did not really do that for this one, so I'm not going to take a look at those again. If you're interested in seeing the minifigures, you can watch my video for the main build for this set. But other than that, one of the first things to, I think, make note of is all of the extra pieces, all of the pieces that are not used in this alternate build. Like all of these pieces with the mirror, the side mirror stickers on them, these large pieces, some of the more specialized pieces like a printed thing here, and the garbage can, the like flower pot or eggshell thing, this piece, the ticket prints, the eye prints, the turntable. There's like a lot of specialized pieces or kind of unique pieces that the main build made use of that this one just doesn't, which is a little bit interesting to me. But there are 3 builds here for this first side build, and we'll kind of take a look at those right away. The first one you build is this, and I believe this is just supposed to be an ice cream stand or a shop or a food stand. The main build had kind of an ice cream trolley or a cart or something like that. This is more of a formal stand, so it does use some of the same pieces actually. Like this white piece was on the cart, I believe, like the fence post there, and the scoops of ice cream in here were all used. This piece that's kind of the logo was actually used as a minifigure accessory, but then I added a piece to it to stick it to this. So it's a very, very basic ice cream stand. There is room for a minifigure to stand behind here as maybe the operator or whoever the worker there. There's some studs here for some like maybe grass or lawn. No studs on these pieces, so if a minifigure was coming up to the counter, they could rest down there, but they can't be like studded down there, which is fine. And this is just an okay build. It's not terribly interesting to me, but and in fact I think there was a lot that could be done with a lot of these pieces here to make like more interesting side builds than this. It just feels a little bit uninspired because we already had in the main build kind of an ice cream cart thing. I would have liked to see something else, even if it was still like a concession stand. I think I would have liked to see something a little different than this, but either way, that is what it is. First little side build there. I think the use of colors are nice, and other than that, it's just okay. The next one here, this was interesting to me. I believe this is supposed to be kind of a carnival game, or like one of those alley games or whatever they call them, where they have different what are some games like ring toss and just all sorts of different stuff at a carnival or at a fair. I believe this is sort of like that. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It looks to me like there's kind of a lane here, and this is the area where a character would come up and play to participate. Maybe an employee can stand back here, little awning there, and then we have the guardrails to make up the lane, and then what looks to me to be essentially like a target here. So I don't know if it's something that's supposed to be like darts, or if it's one of those water or one of those games where you have kind of a water gun and you try to shoot it in the middle of the target to make your horse go to the end of the race faster, or something else. But I think it's probably not, maybe like a skee ball type thing, but that's not really what looks to be here. We do have a couple studs here, which could either be like tokens or coins, or maybe those are the some of the game materials. So I don't really know what game this is specifically supposed to be. If you have any ideas, I would love to read about those in the comments. But I think it's fair to say that this is supposed to be a Carnival game, which I was excited to see. I think there's so many different kinds of Carnival games that they really could have pushed that a little more and done more. I almost would have liked, instead of a concession stand, to have like multiple different like Carnival games here, and using like some of these green pieces, which are not quite the exact same, but at least could have helped. And I just think there was maybe other stuff that could be done with this that would be really kind of cool, but this is still all right. This is pretty clearly a target to me, so that's nice. The awning looks all right, and it used the guardrails, which in the main build were just kind of attached together with droid arms, so it's nice to see them there. And then the kind of what I would consider the main feature of this alternate build is this ride. Now, I don't know what to call this. I think you call them like maybe a drop tower or something like that. One of those rides where you might go up very, 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 very slowly when you're all in a chair, and then it drops you kind of very, very fast. And I've been on those rides in the past. It's it makes your stomach kind of go up into your throat and whatever. And they're quite fun, I think. So I think this is supposed to be like that, and I think that's pretty cool. So there's some good stuff to look at. The base just uses that green plate that's kind of like grass here. It does use those big blue kind of corner rounded pieces there. That was on the top of the carousel for here, which I like. I do like these stairs, and I also like how they incorporated the printed kind of caution stair as well as some lights, because you don't want maybe people waiting in line to get too close to the mechanism here. We do have some exposed Technic beams here, but I really like that. These were used for the swings, beam arms or whatever for the carousel. And then we have this whole contraption, and up at the top we have a rocket ship, which is similar to one of the like cars carts of the carousel, but not quite exactly the same, so that's good, but similar colors. So we do have that up top, which is nice. It remains on theme. And then we have this whole kind of contraption, which I would call the cart or the lift chair or something here, which we have spots where minifigures can sit, and technically I believe these are supposed to be, these bits here are clipped on. I think those are supposed to be like kind of barriers to, hold them in a little bit around their feet. So that's really nice. And then we have this really interesting built up contraption here. And then there's a function. This works. This drops. So if I push this, it drops like that. Now, you build like the base, attach these first two beams, then you start working on the top. And I was really, really interested in this because there's parts of this that are specifically like asymmetrical. Some of the stuff at the base, because of how these beams are connected, is asymmetrical. If we look at the back here, this whole bit is not centered and not same right to left. Same with stuff up here at the top, which I think is really cool. I like when I see stuff like that, and so it was really cool to see it here. And at first I didn't know why exactly I was building this assembly the way that I was here on the back of the car or the cart or whatever, the drop chair. But then once I realized how it's supposed to function, I was really, really happy. Same with this. I thought maybe this was going to have something that you would crank this to raise it up, but I was like, well, no, there's no way that, not with the pieces here, that would make sense, I don't think, and whatever else. So I was really wondering what this would be, because it's just kind of loosely in here, but that's what allows this to lock in place and stay, that combined with this. So because this is loose here and kind of just naturally goes to a position where gravity holds it vertical, the back of the chair where this wedged plate comes up, will push it to the side, and then it'll naturally kind of go underneath there, and it'll catch and it'll hold it up. And it holds it up fine. I'm not too worried about it, and it's very easy to then, make work and drop the chairs. So it's a very cool thing. It does not have the brake mechanism that a real drop ride would have, and I don't know if doing this repetitively or a lot on Lego parts is gonna make them break or damage them in any way. I'm assuming because this is a official builds from this Lego Creator 3-in-1 that they would have maybe dropped this chair a billion times to see what the wear and tear on the pieces is. It's not that far, but it's enough for a minifigure, for minifig scale. It's not too bad, and especially making do with the parts we have here. I think it works pretty cool. So I was really happy to see this. Very surprised by some of the building techniques. I love that it just works, and I can let it set down if this was part of a city or a broader fair or carnival or theme park sort of build. This could be, set up in the fully elevated position and be left there and not have to worry about it too much, which I think is really smart and really cool. I think it looks pretty nice. This is a nice detail. The way that the cart is built out here to get kind of balanced, and the different colors that are used here are really good. How this kind of is built all around the Technic beam, I think is pretty good and pretty interesting. So I like to see that. There is room for another minifigure here, so you can have 2 minifigures in there, which is very nice. This set comes with a minifigure that has the smallest legs, so they do not bend, so I don't know if they would work in here very well, but the other 2 can certainly go in here. And then we do have kind of the steps and other things that you could use some of these other parts to even make a line or a queue or whatever else. I think, there are probably ways this could be improved upon. I think this is a piece that was included and was used for the first main build. I would have liked to see this incorporated here. I don't see really why not, except for maybe because they wanted to have this in a certain footprint. But I think, this is a nice piece to sort of point to the controls for this ride, and it might not make total sense, but I just think they could have made use of this, and there's a few other things that probably could have been used, but for what's here, this is okay. I really like the drop ride, and the game and the ice cream concessions are just okay, but the drop ride is really good in my opinion, and that's, I think, supposed to be the main focus here. So I really liked building this. It was something that I hadn't really considered building, and used some techniques that I wasn't crazy familiar with. I think it looks pretty good, and the function just works, so that's something I always like to see. There are a lot of leftover pieces from this build, but that's okay, and this is all right. I think the main build of the carousel had some side buildy stuff that I was sort of take it or leave it on, didn't really love, didn't really hate, but the main ride I really liked. I really liked the function of that. It was quite a bit bigger than this and had a bigger footprint for sure. But the rides are kind of the main thing, I believe, and in that way, this is pretty good, I would say. I think I still like the main build better. Uses more pieces, it's bigger, it's more robust, the function is a lot more involved, but this has its own charm, and because this is a Creator 3-in-1, there is one more build from this set, but I'll just say that I like this build, and I like the main build as well. I think I got a good deal for this set. I think it's 595 pieces, and I paid $35 for it. Damaged box, but a retired set that was sealed. So some good stuff in here. And, you can see the extra pieces over there, which I already talked about. Quite a lot of extra pieces that are not being used, and I'm assuming the third build for this Creator 3-in-1 is going to use even fewer pieces than this one, so we'll have to see, but I'm pretty excited to take a look at that one, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But I like this well enough, and it definitely increases the value of a Creator 3-in-1 in my opinion, so very good. If you like this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up and giving it a like. And if you like my other videos, maybe consider subscribing to my channel so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including another video for this set where I will be taking this apart and then putting together the last alternate build, the third one here. This one looks very interesting to me. And so I'll be doing that in a subsequent video. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. And if you want to support this channel and support my videos here, you can do that right here through YouTube with memberships and supers and thanks and all that good stuff. Every little bit helps. And I also still have the Patreon, which is on my channel page in the video description, patreon.com/sobricks. Get exclusive videos over there. I'm working on a video for the Rivendell set right now, as well as some other bigger sets, which will be kind of exclusive for our paid viewers, but you can also get all my videos early and a bunch of other stuff, so maybe consider checking that out. Like I say, every little bit helps, so thank you very much. And we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be lovely to get there. Thank you everybody for helping me, and hope you enjoyed this. So with all that said, until next time, thanks, bye.